Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Jack 2 Armed and Fabulous.
Woohoo! Yeah, baby!
We've made it to the drill platform, where there is a giant. There's one of. It's a ship, and Core told us that we need to shoot it down. So this time we have to fight off these Crimson Guard guys, similar to the Metalheads. Just make sure that not too many of them are on screen for too long, otherwise they will shoot at you. So again,
I came into this expecting Pokemon Snap Triple X. This isn't exactly what I had in mind.
Dude, actually, I would play a Pokemon game. I would play a Pokemon game if these were like tranquilizer darts and you would like take down like wild Pokemon like this. I would play a game like that.
Oh,
actually, the joke I was about to say is, so this is the prototype for that new Jack ride at Universal Studios.
Wait, I would watch that.
It would be interesting. I mean, assuming the series was still relevant.
Also, for those wondering what the heck I just referenced there, that was a reference to Miscongeniality 2. A movie that has a 5 out of 10 on IMDb and 15% on Rotten Tomatoes.
So it pretty much lives up to its subtitle.
Yes.
Well, no one said all the sequels he was going to reference were good ones.
Well, no, that was the joke. None of the ones I'm trying to reference are good ones. These are all the sequels that people best not forget. Or best forget because they're infamous.
Well, then in that case, I'm going to be a little bit conflicted whenever you get The Secret of the Use, because I actually like that film.
I have to tell me, like, okay, when Stitch had a glitch, and freaking like, when freaking Red, White, and Blonde appeared on this list, what made you think Secret of the Ooze deserves to be on that shelf?
Well, more so a matter of, in case people are curious, I'm talking about like the second live-action Ninja Turtles one, the one with like the Jim Henson suits and whatnot. I personally really liked it growing up, and I still kind of do, but it's become one of those films where it's like, I look back, it's like, well, I wonder how many people like it. Not that many people like it.
Aww.
It's a guilty pleasure. Like, honestly, I love this one movie called Dougal that, our friend Ryan in the UK, Mono, whatever, he apparently, like, Dougal was a Americanized version of a movie called The Magical Roundabout, which was based off of a children's television show in the UK.
Oh, yeah, that. I mean, granted...
I like it.
I mean, granted...
It's like a guilty pleasure. I found it enjoyable.
I mean, granted, what we ended up getting was pretty much a dub. Like, the original source material was, well, I think true to its source. At least I want to say it is.
Oh no, yeah, the original movie, like, in UK was fine. Just when they tried to Americanize it, like, they had Whoopi Goldberg, like, they made references to Halo at one point. Well, no, because, like, the caterpillar was supposed to be, like, a gamer, so at one point, like, he's in his tent, you hear, like, NES sounds or whatever, and he's just like, oh, Master Chief ate it!
Oh, really?
Okay, but I will say, there was a couple good jokes that I liked, one of which was, they're having a giant, like, train, like, race, where, like, the villain has this enormous, like, drill dozer kind of gun, like, tank, and they're just on a normal, like, fun little, like, happy-go-lucky train, and the villain who's just trying to keep their train going faster. By the way, here's our little mid-boss. That.
Oh, God.
It's easy enough. Just the second a gun pops up, shoot it, and prove that your gun is bigger,
and
therefore
suddenly
an argument.
And then suddenly an intercom comes up and pops up, and it says, "You fools must all have a death wish."
Witness my utter built by the hands of a genius.
It's power unmatched in the universe.
Yeah, seriously, hopefully this doesn't look like something that belongs in the air fleet.
It does. Like, it looks like a giant manta ray, and honestly, the only reason I can remember that whole thing is because it was played in every freaking campaign.
Yeah. I mean, granted, it was decent enough dialogue, but yeah, you had to hear it like 4 fucking times.
And the reverb was like a giant, like, old-timey football stadium microphone.
Yeah, pretty much. That's all they could afford at the time.
Yeah. Anyway, what was I saying? We were talking about... Oh, yeah. So he's trying to get his train to go faster, and at one point he's just like, alright, we're losing this race to Thomas the Tank Engine? I don't think so.
Oh, my God.
It was fun. Okay, there was another one where a guy, like... This dude fell, like... This guy fell like a giant, like, they went, like, 60 feet in the air, and he fell back down in the snow. And everyone is fine. Like, everyone just kind of lands on their butts. He just lands face first, like, face plant. He's like, I'm okay. I broke the fall with my face.
That's fun.
Okay, that's all right.
But yeah, I remember, since you mentioned Dougal...
God, that was actually really, like, incinerated.
I was like, since you mentioned Dougal, it reminds me of my own guilty pleasure film that's like, I think it's company-wise is associated with Dougal. I still don't know how. Like maybe they did like the dub or something. But a movie that I like to watch every now and then because again, guilty pleasure, Hoodwinked.
Oh god, I love Hoodwinked. Like, I
Yeah,
genuinely like Hoodwinked.
Yeah, I think it's really, it's one of those films where it's like, I'm not gonna defend it as like being like an amazing masterpiece, but for what it was, I actually had like a lot of fun with stuff and like with some of the lines and scenes, like especially with some of the characters.
Oh, no,
like,
I think the writing. Honestly, I think the writing is like the best part of that movie.
oh, definitely, it like has some really good lines. Like after like the big villain's big song, it's like we have to do something. I know the song was catchy, but the choreography was terrible.
Right, Dolph, take care of the thing. Let's get the girl. Vincent, go in, go after him. Keith,
Darn it,
Change your
your
name.
name. It's not scary. I'm
Please.
embarrassed to say that. Boris, try Boris.
Boris, try Boris. He just walks away.
Like,
He's like,
Keith.
God, just.
Oh, watch out for Keith. Keith.
I love that movie so much. Oh,
It's
gosh,
fun. I'm
I
not
love
gonna
it.
deny that. Also,
Ooh,
one thing-
Dinamite must be Italian.
Yeah, there's also that. We don't arrest people for being creepy. You got guys. You know that guy we got in the tank. You got the creepy guy. Yeah, better let him go.
You mean the creepy one? You mean the creepy guy? It's like, why do they call you Red? Why do they call you Flippers?
Go Flippers.
No reason.
Flippers. Okay, actually, one more thing, then we'll get off the topic for James's
You did
sake. Is that I know you've seen the movie, Logan, but have you ever watched the movie's audio commentary?
I have not, nor have I seen the sequel, because I heard the sequel's kind of meh.
Yeah, the sequel I wouldn't really bother with, but whenever you go back to the first film, actually
That's
listen
true.
to the audio commentary. It's probably one of the most entertaining commentaries I've ever seen. Like, there's a real sense of sincerity and endearment to it. Like, the writers, like, the guys behind it are like, look, we know this isn't... people won't think it's, like, the greatest thing, but we don't care. We had a lot of fun doing it, and that's just the entire vibe throughout the whole thing, and it's just great.
But do I surrender?
Oh yeah, I bet they all have fun.
I summon my highly
Also,
trained
speaking of people having fun telling fictional stories,
Jack's letting him have his fun.
And when the dust cleared,
it is still pretty impressive to see how far the animation moved from Jack 1 to this.
I know. Scratch me there.
I guess you're just
Cute
the animal
ass.
I need for another dangerous gift.
Oh, what's up, Sig?
Combat weapons
Uh-oh.
have now been spotted right here in Haven Forest. These new bad boys have special camouflage.
Yeah, they are
that tough to
camouflaged.
spot, but I'm sure with your killer instincts you'll manage. Go to the forest and take them all out.
Oh, crap.
And Dexter's like, oh, shit.
So, we have to go back to Haven Forest, everybody. Off we go!
Woohoo! Don't mind me.
I'll be
Yeah,
fine. So, this...
But yeah, I guess while we're,
oh,
like...
go ahead.
I was about to say, since me and Logan were talking about our own kind of guilty pleasure / movies we legitimately enjoy, James, do you have any guilty pleasures of your own that you want to talk about?
Actually, real quick, before he does that, I'll just say, because honestly, this is a good time, because it's the same area as those giant flyer ones. The best way is just look for the bullets where they're coming from, and then get lucky like that, and just watch the bullets and go nuts with the blaster. That's the best strategy I can come up with, and they're going to be everywhere in this area, even in the second area, so just keep an eye out. Anyway,
Well,
go ahead, James.
Well, at the very least, it looks like they're shit shots. But anyway, guilty pleasure movies that I actually do enjoy watching. I mean, I guess the closest thing to that I can think of is the Sonic OVA.
That is fun. Mr. President!
That
Actually, I think I
yeah,
remember-
that is.
I was about to say, I think I remember one that you even did a drawing of recently was Ferngully.
Oh yeah, Ferngully I actually thought was pretty good. Like me and Tara watched that about a month or so ago, and like, say what you will about it, I actually thought it was genuinely entertaining.
That movie is what introduced me to the song "The Land of a Thousand Dances" by Will Pickett, I believe, and it's a fun song. The na 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 na. That song.
Yeah, and let's never forget that one scene where Tim Curry Smog was literally having like the best time of his life, sucking up all the fumes from that
I
machine.
wonder who could do a better orgasm sound, Tim Curry or freaking Red Guy,
Oh,
Charlie Adler.
God.
Charlie Adler.
Well, the thing is, Charlie Adler went on record saying he has experimented with that, and there's recorded footage of that. I don't think Tim Curry's ever
know.
really tried yet.
I think about this a lot.
I just love that. You see what you people did?
It's fun.
I hope you guys are
Let's go look
happy.
for the other ones. let's look for the other ones. But yeah,
But yeah, Ferngully, the Sonic OVA,
like-
yeah, Sonic OVA.
Oh my.
I wouldn't. It's hard for me to say that's like a complete guilty pleasure because I honestly think it's a genuinely decent movie based on a property. But like, I mean,
I think what people didn't like about it was the heavy-handedness of the whole man equal bad, nature equal good.
I think a lot of it also
I mean,
might...
it was no Troll in Central Park kind of bad, but it was still.
Oh, definitely. One thing I think might be a good factor in it, and I think we kind of...
wait, we're talking about the Sonic OVA, right?
Yeah, we are.
No, we're talking about Ferngully. Well, I was
Oh,
talking about for a second.
Ferngully. Okay. It's like
Yeah,
I don't remember that shit in the Sonic OVA.
Nah, we can go back to Sonic OVA. Go ahead.
But yeah, I was about to say, I think one factor for the OVA that I think might play a hand, and I think we kind of learned this the hard way, is that your enjoyment of the OVA really does have to stem with what you think of the series. Because I remember when we watched it with Allie, who's admitted she's not a big Sonic fan, she hated the OVA.
Yeah, she didn't care too much about it.
I think it kind of boils down to like, yeah, I think it does boil down to that, where it's like it's part of a lot of the enjoyment has to come from, oh my gosh, I love Sonic and I'm seeing him in a movie.
I mean,
He's not. Yeah.
I mean, at the same time, it's like you don't really need any major experience of Sonic to really watch the OVA. It's just that what you think of it afterwards is probably going to gauge what you think of the series as a whole.
Do you think the OVA would have? Do you think the OVA could garner better response, or like if they did like an anniversary edition or whatever? Which again, it may be.
Honestly,
I was gonna say even if it's an anniversary edition, hear me out. It may be like heresy to say this, but do you think that the Sonic OVA would be improved upon if they redubbed it with the current video games cast?
I would actually love to hear that.
Me too, because let's be real with ourselves. I mean, certain actors are all right with their roles, and then you got others that were just cringeworthy, namely Sonic and Tails.
I was gonna say Tails. Sonic, I think, has to be fun at
Sonic
times.
was close. Sonic sounded close enough, but I swear to God, he sounds like he had a cold throughout the entire thing.
And Tails sounded like he had a wrench shoved in his head before.
Tails sounded like he was trying to do his best to impersonate Chucky.
No, half of Tails' lines sounded like he had someone pinch his tongue and hold it out like this while trying to talk.
But yeah, since you brought that
Thank you, Tails.
But yeah, now that I think about it, if that's going to be the prospect, I'm actually really curious to see how that would work, like a dub with the modern actors. And that being said, it kind of makes me curious as to who they would cast for the OVA exclusive characters.
Please
I'm sure that wouldn't be hard to do.
I think please give Travis Willingham an Australian accent. I beg
No.
of you.
Oh God, no, please.
Please.
Assuming you even do a decent
I would.
Aussie accent.
I think Princess Sarah could do. I think Princess Sarah would be good if done by like Wendy Lee.
Yeah.
If not Wendy Lee
Or Laura Bailey.
Yeah, I was about to say Laura
Bailey.
Bailey, since it seems like Blaze isn't really getting into use anytime soon.
Which by the way, like the only reason I now know Wendy Lee, and I feel like I now need to start knowing who Wendy Lee is. By the way, I got lost trying to find this guy. Whereas freaking camp. Also, by the way, in terms of like why they're such horrible shots, it's like Commander, why aren't you looking down your iron sights to better aim? I can't see them. We're all camouflaged. Wait, you can't see? I can't see myself. How many fingers am I holding up? Which way am I facing? I don't know. Who am I? So anyway.
What am I?
It's like trying to play Smash Brothers when you have camo on. You just get hey.
Oh, dude, that's like the worst thing.
Guys.
Oh, look, Ratchet and Clank.
Going commando, and thus started a long lineage. Which I'm surprised. I'm sad that the PS4 I'm sad the PS4 reboot kind of ended that. I think. I don't think they made any nods to it.
Yet anyway.
Yeah, anyway, you were saying earlier about Wendy Lee.
Oh yeah, I was watching my friend play Disgaea 2, so Disgaea 1, one of the big fun voice actors they got was Laharl, is voiced by the woman who voiced the main like villain of the original Power Rangers, the Time to Conquer Earth.
Rita Repulsa.
That woman voices Laharl, and she does a fun job. She has
I thought she did a pretty good job, from what I remember.
And in Disgaea 2, one of the characters, Rosalind with a Z, is voiced by Wendy Lee. And I was like, I wonder who else she voiced. And then I started looking at this like, oh. Freaking.
Great. I'll send you a medal.
Hello.
Don't mind it.
Actually, just going back to Wendy Lee real quick. If I'm not
Oh wait,
mistaken,
guys, wait, listen.
Listen, lady.
Wait, hang on, Rego. Speaking of recognizable voices.
Wait, that voice.
Only now?
Which, once again, she recognized Daxter's voice. Neither of them recognized her voice.
You just lost a date with Orange Lightning. Let's go, Jack.
Daxter, it is you!
Mira!
Oh, I
Yeah,
never
can't
heard
yeah.
so
Welcome
much
to the program, Dax.
mug. And Jack, you look different.
Subtle, Kira, subtle.
Full of dark eco. And it
Well, she's not wrong. I mean, look at that mane.
super noob or something. And a few angles.
Look at that goatee.
Oh, come on. He wasn't that bad.
Yeah, look at that goatee. I wish we had a cheat code that could turn it off. It's so horrible.
Somehow that rift took us far into the future. I've calculated the time displacement, and I think
Found your
I've got
father. Well,
Kind of.
Sort of.
Working with the underground, fighting the Baron. But he's,
what?
Groovy.
to go see him,
He's got an afro.
and I need to get to the Baron.
He's got Saturday Night Fever.
Try to win the class.
He's got a fever of 109.
Winner of that big race always gets to meet the Baron in the palace.
Anyway, so sorry.
But you have to
So yeah, apparently if you win the first class race, you can go get into the palace, which would be cool because it allows us to get close to the Baron.
think about getting out of
But
here.
we need to go through class 3 and 2 first.
And some of the people are creepy.
You're telling me. We're having... Oh,
Oh,
speak of the
oh,
devil.
oh.
I was about to talk about you.
Crew, who let you out of the cage?
I know.
I-
How did he
I'm
get out of the
surprised-
cage?
How'd you fit out the door?
I must have forgotten.
I thought you were just kind of. I thought you were
I
just
have...
kind
I,
of.
I
here's the
have
key I
my
got from the sewer.
ways.
Yeah,
Oh,
here's the
that
key from the
key.
sewer. Not.
Kind of looks like the keys for
Yeah,
Crash Team Racing.
They do.
I get. Well, technically, since this was Naughty Dog, I wouldn't put it past them.
But
Yeah,
no,
I was gonna
actually,
say-
I was actually thinking like, I have my ways, and he has like a trapdoor on the ceiling he can get out of.
Oh no! I was assuming something way worse. Tess, you got any grease? Yeah, we do. And grease, and tries to go through the normal door.
God damn it!
I don't think anyone wants to see him rip his shirt off, though.
I don't think
Oh.
anyone. I don't think he can reach the roof. Anyway, welcome to the races, which is basically your normal Agraf Zoomer if it was fragile like a piece of glass
Oh,
and
boy.
trying to cram next to everyone else. But yeah, it's basically Mario Kart.
But anyway, just,
Kind of, sorta.
yeah. But if I could just go back to Wendy Lee real quick, unless my memory is mistaken, which it has a tendency to do that now and then.
Oh
I
God!
think.
Oh, nice!
I was about to say.
Yeah,
I
you gotta
think
use.
Wendy
Oh
Lee
jeez.
is
Whoa!
I think she is also not only a fellow voice actress, but also the voice director for the Klonoa remake.
Oh really? Oh, okay.
Then I must be upset at her for whoever she picked to be Klonoa, and she thought, "All right, give me your best." Wahoo! Wahoo! Close enough.
Yeah. To be fair, as far as I'm concerned, like maybe she didn't have that much input on who to get on board or whatever. She just had to direct them the best she could, and well, bless her heart. I don't think the
If you look at
Klonoa
the
dub
mini map
is,
now, they're all doing the same thing.
to be fair, I don't think the Klonoa dub is terrible. It's just that when you pair that up with the stiffest fuck animation that game has to offer, it doesn't really lead to the best results.
Okay.
And it's definitely you guys are definitely gonna see what I mean when we eventually get to that remake. Yes, we are doing the Klonoa remake sooner or later,
So, for the
preferably after we're
races-
done with 06.
The races are usually 5 laps. The AI, like, there is no rubber banding, but as you can tell, once you start doing something, they're gonna learn and they'll start doing the same shortcuts as you. So you gotta like, stay
perfect.
consistent with it. And again, these things are super fragile. Like one wrong move, like if you hit a corner at a right angle, you're dead.
Better or worse than the Murray races from Sly 1.
Much better. At least you have some control, and you don't need turbos to like even get close to some people.
And that's fair.
The worst you have to worry about is pileups.
Oh gosh. Ooh. Okay. Well, at the very least, this thing doesn't have a health bar.
Once you see smoke coming out, you're like, okay.
Oh, they still
Something's
run.
wrong.
They still go under that logic.
I ain't a mechanic, but I think it's not making that much sense. Anyway, but yeah, no, Wendy Lee. I was just started looking through. It's like, oh my gosh, like she's freaking Kiva from Megas XLR, Bulma for a lot of things.
Oh yeah.
Queen Serenity from Sailor Moon. Oh, she was the original TJ from the original Digimon dub,
Interesting.
like the little kid with the big old hat.
Actually, Hype, do you have any standout examples you can think of?
Of Wendy Lee, I feel like I should because I've definitely heard the name before, but outside of what she's done for the Klonoa remake and what you guys mentioned, I can't immediately think of any standout roles she's done.
Gotcha. All right, that's fair. But yay, we win!
We got ourselves our third place first place trophy. I don't know.
Gonna provide some challenge.
You overachiever.
Hey,
Oh, you.
race today.
Hey, Ash.
You were pretty amazing out there.
Oh, thanks. Kira, this is Ashley. She's just...
Everyone knows who she is.
Really?
Okay.
A friend. A very good friend.
Oh
Thanks
my
for looking
God.
out for me, Jack.
If anyone just, you may not notice it, but I'm glad we could stay quiet for it. The second that Kira went, a very good
since I was a
friend,
little
you
girl,
hear Daxter very
I
polite,
looked
very
down
quietly go,
from that
"Meow."
ridiculous
Like a cat fight.
and imagined a better place.
Too bad we didn't get one.
By the way,
Honestly, maybe it was for the best.
I'd watch out for Errol. I can't protect you from him.
All right. Also,
Aw.
Wendy Lee was also Haruhi
And she
Suzumiya.
likes you, Jack. Not
Oh.
that I can account
She
for the
was
taste.
that blue-haired
I bet
chick,
you'd love to
Kanaka
pin
from
some
Lucky
medals on
Star.
her chest,
Oh.
huh?
Shut up, Daxter.
What? What'd I say? What did you say, Jack?
Daxter,
What'd you
shut
say?
up.
What did I say? I mean, usually I'm a mute.
I know. I'm getting used to this whole talking thing. I don't know. Anyway, so with that said, that concludes this part of Jack 2. Join us in the next part where we'll be going through one of my least favorite missions in the entire game,
Oh,
and then going to much better ones.
oh, thank God. There's a light. There's a light. There's a light in the tunnel after all. Yeah. Till next time, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.